Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tripoli here, back from the Lord's Mole video. In today's video, guys, I'm soloing this solo trap. Psych, nah, no I'm not. So I want to do that to fuck with him so he can see his radar, and then I would pull back and then make him really pissed off that he couldn't random because he had resources coming back from like a resource van. Obviously, I sent my leader and everything. I was gonna like make him think, that I was gonna actually solo him, but obviously not. So this guy is he's got like, I think 2.6 million troops or so. He's got 830,000 of each T3, and he's just kind of sitting here with anti-scout off. So we're going to come over and we're going to rally him, but he ends up, porting away, migrating. We ended up coming at him, soloing him, and I got my leader capped. Liz got her leader capped, and Wath Perchy sent some solos in himself, but he didn't even come close to burning. It's a new type of trap. Personally, I've never seen anything like it. I thought T3 easy to burn, but obviously not. I'd watch out for that kind of trap now. But yeah, so he ended up migrating, and the rest of the footage got corrupted from us soloing him, so I didn't, so it's not going to be in the video. But guys, guess what? We have a target. So there's this guy right here, Mr. I believe, Hobbit here. Yep, OVB Hobbit. So we're going to come in here with a full range T2, T4, 250k solo. We're gonna come in here. As you can see, Zoe Brim just soloed, and he smoked. Guys, we're coming in with a nice range solo. We're hoping to get some kills out of this. He's got his war gear on, but we think he's offline. Bomber came in with the first solo and burned, I believe, and guess what? 371,000 kills. Look at that. 9 million my drop on his side, 4.6 on my side. Very, very nice overall. So obviously at this point, I've got some small infirms. I've only got like 131k or so. So I need to go into my infirms. They're basically full. I need to go resurrect all my troops from the infirmary and get them back on their feet before I'm able to solo again. By the time I get back to this screen, Bombers come in, and he's absolutely demolished Hobbit here. He goes down to 155k or 55k, and he is capped, guys. Yep. Absolutely destroyed. 1 million troops just wiped, gone from the floor. And now we are trying to garrison trap. So I was trying to garrison trap a guy from my own kingdom, actually, because the people in the Kingdom 574, they didn't want to hit me or whatever. I think they suspected something was up. But I had like 250k troops out. Guess what, guys? I failed. For whatever reason, his troops got to my alt's troops before the garrison did, and the garrison trap did not work whatsoever. It was a shame because he ended up sending full cavalry, and it would have been a nice counter for me. Didn't work, but maybe next time it'll work. We'll try it for next KvK. We'll give it a try. So now my leader's been capped. This was after the footage that got corrupted, when I soloed the solo trap and got capped. So here we are. We're coming against EA Slash, who they themselves have been chirping us for pulling out of forts, and they kept calling us pussies, saying, "Oh, you guys keep pulling out of forts. Oh, you guys are such pussies." Well, you'll see what happens here in a second. They pulled. Wow. Our rally hasn't even left yet. They had no intentions of taking it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you guys really about to chirp us for pulling out of forts when you yourself pull out of a fort like this? It was just surprising to me. We canceled for some reason. That wasn't a very good idea, because what we should have done is we should have let the rally go in, and then everybody else should have reinforced from there, so we can get those points, but we ended up doing that. So then we come over to this lunar fort right here. As you can see, we have this guild MOS, and my leader is now returning from the solo trap. The solo trap has gone to sleep. It was like a Vietnamese, so we knew it was going to eventually go to sleep because they wouldn't want to chance. All solo traps don't like chancing, staying up late at night with leaders. They all shield unless they are taking some kind of drugs or something, or have some kind of special ability to stay up at night. It's just, it's the common thing to do, right? So we see this guy. Perchy tells me, hey, there is this fort, it doesn't have any troops. Come over here, scout it, and set a rally. So I come over there. and I check it out, and I see that there's a lot of infantry and a lot of cavalry, not too much range. So I'm thinking, well, let's send range, right? I'm thinking to myself, well, let me send my strongest, okay, and we'll try to psych him out. You know, we'll psych him out from taking the hit, or we'll like try to make him think, hey, let's replace our troops, and we'll replace our troops with like cav and range. So then I'll have like a full counter on them, and then maybe they'll take the infantry out, and they'll put a bunch of range in there, thinking that I'm sending cavalry. But you will see what happens here in a sec. I'm taking a look at the comp. I'm seeing that cav infantry, and I'm just thinking about it. Like, well, I don't have many troops, so I'm thinking about, like, I'm going to have to probably cancel by the end of this. And I'm also thinking about equipping a bunch of infantry gear to make them think I'm going infantry against their fort. That wouldn't make any sense, and thinking on it from now's perspective, it's pretty dumb, and it kind of rules out what I'm actually going as, and they could probably guess I'm either going cav or range at this point. So this person that I'm going up against, she has some very good gear, not very, very good, but purple cup, a mythic drum, better than mine. So this is definitely going to be somewhat of a challenge for me. I've never done WoW. This is a brand new experience to me, attacking stuff, especially like a fort. I have no experience in. I used to do it like way back when I first started the game, and I had a nice size account at the start, but at this point, I didn't really know what I was doing. So they weren't changing their reigns whatsoever. So I was like, well, I don't have a full fill, so I'm going to need a full fill if I'm going to send a rally at this. So what do? I cancel. And I asked, what do you guys think? Should I switch to cav, or what should I do? Should I go range again? Should I switch over to cav? Because I can only go either range or cav. I'm like, yo, guys, what should I do? Like, because my opinion is pretty irrelevant compared to theirs, being that I have no prior experience to doing this. I send everybody's troops back, and I start to think about it. And the most logical thing in my brain was, hey, let's go put on more infantry gear to make us look like we're going infantry. That was just the thing. I checked out my infantry stats, and they looked like absolute dog shit. So Vince says yes to cavalry. So what are we going to do? We are going to set a full cav rally. At this point, I do have a level 68 leader. I do have an altar boost active. I made sure that there was for this, just in case something went wrong. I wanted, especially being that this person had better gear than I did, I was thinking, well, worst case scenario, I get full countered. At least I'll have, like, some bigger boosts, and I can possibly not, have my buddies get too many reds from this. So I'm like, hey guys, you gotta spam this guy at 30 seconds. We're gonna spam him, and some more guys ported over, and they filled. So now I think the fort is up to, it was at around 2.2 million, and I think it got upwards to like 2.3 million. And at this point, we got a rally set against us ourselves at another fort by the E/A guys, the ones who kept, chirping us and whatnot. But right now, it's time to focus on our rally. So now it is time to one troop Psycho Pixie. Okay, guys, we're just gonna throw some one troops at 30 seconds. I'm like, nobody else is one trooping at this point, so it's kind of disorderly, and I'm not really a big fan of what's going on. I'm like, yo, guys, what the fuck's going on? Like, you guys got to spam. There's nobody spamming. It's just me. Through 3 marches coming at them, it's just not enough. I've seen what's in there. It's about like I believe like a full mix or so, like a 400k HT4 mix. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go send this, guys. We're gonna see what they got in store. And last second, we're gonna kind of just switch to our cav gear, and we're gonna let this fly. So we go in, reinforcements come in last second, and it's a defeat. We'll cover the full report at the end, but yes, they fully countered me. It was Cav against range, and she had a very nice range set on. She went full range gear, range front line. I went against like 600k range. It was not very good for us. We got kind of plowed, but you know what? It could have been a lot worse. As people were telling me, for my first time doing this, it wasn't too bad. She's a really good player at forts, as I'm told. I even I talked to her afterwards, and she was saying, yeah, I knew what you were going the entire time. I knew exactly what you were doing, and I was able to piece it together what to reinforce. It's basically she plays she's a very experienced player. How she reinforces the fort in the first place. She can tell what you're going to go. Very smart player, and I'm very glad for the experience, to have gone up against her. And we had this dickhead, okay? And I'm like, look at that. If you want to go pause and see what that guy sent, but look at this. Look how much he's chirping me, right? Hold that L. You lost. Oh my God, you're so bad. You stupid fuck. You're sending winter mitts in a rally. Well, first of all, that was my fake gear that I was putting on to look like I was going infantry. And I sent him, hey, you better get ready to pull, because you better get to, you better be ready to pull your troops out, because, Perchy's coming in and he's rallying, guys, because if you guys know Perchy, he's got some strong stats. No matter if they counter him or not, if we get this thing full, these guys are going to want to pull because it's going to hurt them, right? So I told that guy, hey, you get ready to pull your troops out, because you guys are definitely pulling. Ain't no way they're not pulling out of the fort if Perchy's rallying. He's got almost full mythic level 60 gear, crazy stats. No way that they don't. So at this point, we're coming out with the one troop spams. Perchy's in his research gear, and 14 seconds left in the rally. This guy, he's still talking shit. He's saying, "Oh, nice dead troops, pussy. 408 million." I told him, get ready to pull, right? And we're gonna see exactly what happens here. And guess what, guys? They pulled. And he said, pull what troops? Guess what, guys? This guy was in a shield the entire time that he was talking shit. He was in a fucking shield, and he wanted to talk shit. He had the audacity to talk shit while he was in a shield during that whole fiasco. And that just had me, speechless. He's like, yeah, you guys won't rally me, da-da-da-da-da. Guys, it's all fun and games, please. No more of this trash talk, you know what I'm saying? Keep the trash talk to a minimum, and don't take the game so seriously. It's ridiculous. All right, with that, enough said, and let's get on to these reports. All right, guys, and let's get into this report right here. So we have OVB, Hobbit up there, Hobbit X, and so we came at him with a full 250k range march with a good amount of T2 and T4. Mostly T2 reds on my side, I believe. I don't know if there was any T4, but we'll get into that in a second here. But I sent 250k against his 378,000 troops, which is quite a bit of troops. This is the most I've soloed at the time. And he received a total of 371,204 wounded, which I fully countered him, so it was very good on me. Otherwise, I would have definitely gotten captured, maybe smoked him. But let's check it out. So basically, as you can see, I sent about 100,000 T2 range, and I sent about 150,000 T4 range, with a little bit of buffers, for the wall or whatever, because that's just how I've got my battalion set up. And I sent all these range heroes, the free-to-play type. None are pay-to-play heroes or anything like that. Him himself had a Rose Knight, Army Tech, Cav HP. We have range defense plus range attack. We have infantry HP plus attack. We have purple, odd enough, purple Child Light, which is Cav HP, Cav attack. We have don't know what she's called, but she is range attack and trap attack, which traps are basically doing. And if we look down here, guess what, guys? He was actually reinforced. This guy was basically like some sort of reinforcement trap set there to get points. for KvK. So look at this. Look how many troops were actually his compared to how many weren't. All of these were reinforcements from his friends just to help him get points. Look at all these like these T3 reinforcements, and then we've got like these T4 reinforcements right here. This is pretty incredible, to be honest, but he ended up getting capped in the end, so he ended up getting absolutely destroyed. Now let's get into the fort report. So as you know, this was my first time ever coming at a fort or ever rallying anything in general. So you know, this was a good experience for me. So as you can see, I came at MOS Psycho Pixie, who was a very good sport. I messaged her right after the battle, and I talked to her about the entire altercation, and she said, yeah, like, you know, like as I explained earlier, that she knew exactly what I was sending, and she's a very experienced player. So it was very cool to go up against her, to be honest. And I think we fared decently well for her gear and her familiars and all that kind of jazz. I think we did pretty well. About 320k losses behind her losses, so it was all right for, you know, full counter and her having better gear, better familiars, all that kind of stuff, better stats overall. As you can see, the red deads for us were 327,926 for her, 199,877 for wounded. For us was 491,885, and for them it was 299,802. Now, if we dive into these reports, as you can see, no pay-to-play heroes. Her as well, no pay-to-play, just better familiars for overall, and she had better gear stats, 100% plus jewel stats. So she was able to beat me pretty easily, actually. Especially being that she fully countered me. It was a very, very good reinforcement job on her part. Anyways, I have to now give a sort of shout out here. Let's see. Let's go down the list. And there we are, guys. There we are. So we have this person who said, hey, show me your picture in the next video and say hi. I'm a follower now, right? So shout out to hello everyone for subscribing, because he or she wanted it. Wanted to shout out, so shout out to you. And I guess that's about the end of the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Leave a comment. Love to see the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.